Okay, hey guys, so today we are going to be doing exercise 418, 419. So let's get started with an example, an example. Okay, so here we're talking about chords. So if chords A and B, A, B, and X, Y are equal length. So what we're talking about here is this chord AB and this chord XY, they're equal to one another, they're the same, then we know a few things about these shapes. So because this line here, OA, is a radius, OB is also a radius, OX is a radius, and OY is a radius, so that means all four of those are equal, then we can assume some things. Whatever. The triangle OAB and OXY, they are congruent. That's not what I wanted. They are congruent isosceles triangles. So remember that word congruent? Congruent means the same, or they're matching, or they are identical, whichever one you want to choose, okay? And an isosceles triangle is one where these two sides are the same length, but this third side is a different length. So what we can assume is that this angle equals this angle, and this angle is different. So looking here, what that means is this side equals this side, and so therefore this angle equals this angle. Same thing that we can say for this other one. No, I don't want that. So I know that this side equals this side, and that equals this angle and this angle. And those are the same between the two of them as well. Okay, so now what we are gonna do is, okay, so let's take a look at some of these examples together. Okay, so for number one, here are a couple guidelines to help you find the answers, okay? So 1A, what kind of triangle is POQ? I have given you the word blanks here. And then for 1B, describe the line ON and relation to RS. So line OR and line RS are, and then enter that word. For this next one, part C, angle POQ means that we start here at P, then go to O, then go to Q. So it says that this is 80. So then it asks, calculate O, starting at O first, Q, P. What is that angle? And so for 1D, it asks us about angle ORS, and we don't have any other angles in this triangle, but we do know that with two congruent triangles, the angles will be the same, okay? Okay, so for number 2, we are asking whether or not the statement is true or false. So here with question A, we're asking COD D, angle COD, is equal to AOR times 2. So this one is going to be twice of that angle, true or false. Next, OR equals OS. Are those two congruent? That's going to be B. C, if ROB is 60, then AOB is equilateral. True or false? And D, last. OR and OS are perpendicular Perpendicular means that one line intersects another at a right angle. So they are perpendicular bisectors. To bisect means to cut, to break in the middle, to intersect. They're bisectors of AB and CD. And also it's important that to bisect means cut in half. So exactly in the middle, okay? So true or false on that one. So for number 3, it again asks us true, false for both questions. Now, these statements are very similar, so you want to be very careful when you decide whether or not it's true or false, okay? So let's look at A. If VOW, so VOW, and TOU and TOU are isosceles triangles. So that means this side and this side are equal to one another. And that means this side and this side are equal to one another. That U, T, V, and W would all lie on the circumference of the circle with U at the center. Is that true or false? Now, B is very similar. If, again, VOW and TOU are congruent isosceles triangles, so this side equals this side equals this side equals this side, then U, T, V, and W would lie on the circumference with O at the center. Is that true or false? So please complete these questions for your homework and submit your answers to the Google